Hi friends, I'm Tasha. I'm from Raising a Reader, Massachusetts, and I'm here today to share a story from our red bag. The great thing about these stories is that although we don't get to travel as much right now, with books and using our imagination, we get to visit many parts around the world. I picked the story called My Grandma, Mi Abuelita, because it reminds me of the times when my family used to travel to visit other family members. And in this particular story, it's about such a family that's visiting their grandma. So how about if we find out what happens by checking it out? Awesome, let's get started.
My Grandma, Mi Abuelita. The story was written by the author Ginger Fogleson Guy, and the pictures on the book were drawn by illustrator Vivi, Escriva. This book has been published by El Rayo HarperCollins Publishers. Our story begins with the family rising in the morning. Good morning! The dad is opening the curtains, the sunlight streaming through the window, and the kids are getting up and stretching. I wonder what they're getting ready for today. Let's look at the picture. It looks like there's suitcases in this corner. I think they're going to go on a trip. It looks so. Here, the family is leaving their house as the door is open, and they're putting their suitcases in the trunk of a... That is right, it's a taxi. Let's count how many suitcases they're putting in the trunk. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 suitcases. Now, where can we go to see parked airplanes and ones that are taking off on flight? That is right, it is the airport. And here the family has arrived to the airport and they're handing off their boarding tickets to get on the plane. Look at them take off. You hear the loud sounds of the motor picking up because they're taking on flight. And they're so high that now we can see the skies, and the town where they live looks so tiny and it's surrounded by water. Oh, how nice. This is the picture of the fields. It reminds me a lot of when I was growing up in Puerto Rico, around San Lorenzo, Caguas, and Calle. Here you can see the palm trees and vegetation, and the plane is going to be landing soon in this airport strip. After leaving the airport, the family takes on a bus to ride the rest of the way to their destination. And here we can see more up close the different houses, the palm trees, and the fruits of the trees. I think they're about to arrive soon. And they're here! After a long trip, they finally arrived to their grandma's house. How do you think the family is feeling about arriving? They are smiling, so they must mean that they're happy. Do you remember how many different types of transportation the family take to get here? Let's review. First, they started off leaving the house and boarding onto the taxi. Then they went on flight aboard of an airplane. And once they arrived to the island, they took a bus to ride the rest of the way home. That's 3 forms of transportation: the taxi, the airplane, and the bus. The grandma and the child are now playing. I wonder what they're talking about. That's right, it looks like they're talking about the child's adventures on the flight. What do you like to do with your family? At this point, they've been traveling for so long, now it's become nighttime. We can tell because it's dark outside, we see stars, and there's a moon. After a long day of traveling, the little girl is exhausted and sleeping, and the grandma is covering the boy with a blanket, getting ready for bed. How do you get ready for bed? I like to brush my teeth and put my pajamas on. Good night.
Me yet. What did you guys think about the story? My favorite part was that the child got to visit and play with his grandmother, and that we got to see a little toy airplane throughout the story. And we learned about 3 different types of transportations. Did you remember what those 3 different types are? Well, I hope you enjoy our videos and that you get to join us for our next one. Bye!